All right, it's time for an update on how the container garden's growing. It's July 15th, and I've got 12 buckets and in these container gardens with these stands to raise them off the ground to get them out of the weeds and away from the bugs and get them waist high where I don't have to bend over because I'm lazy. So let's have a look and see what we have going. You'll notice, first of all, I have this bucket on the ground. It's just a green bell pepper. It's been deer chomped recently. You can see the tops there. They got chomped by the deer. But he's down there because he was in the middle. But he got crowded out by tomatoes and a pepper. They rise up, and I've got those things over the top where I can tie strings to help them support branches down here in the tomatoes and other places, and down here supporting squash branches as they crawl along the bottom there. You can right here we have some cayennes that are growing very nicely. Lots and lots of cayennes in there. I'm really happy about that. They're just kind of growing themselves. I've watered them and add fertilizer every once in a while, not a lot, but anyway, lots of cayenne peppers growing all the way down in the bottom. Yeah, I love it. We have some crookneck squash right in here, growing up here in the container garden. It's doing pretty happy. See all these crooknecks. On this side, we have ancho peppers. Look at all these anchos growing. I'm so excited. I love peppers. Just the idea of them makes me happy. There we go, right there. And he's just growing right in the middle of, next to the crookneck squash. And what do I have over here? I have, oh yeah, this is a butternut squash. Not doing as well. You can see he's kind of sparse down here. There you go. He's very sparse, but he's got some long vines, and there's a butternut growing right down there. Looking nice. Anyway, his vines go clear around and through, or up here and through. We've got vines all the way around that I've connected, or bringing them through. So they're doing things. I don't know if I would grow them in a container. I mean, in this stand next year. I might put them separate on the ground. I don't know. We'll see. Over here we got some sort of tomato. I'm not even sure what kind it is. I forgot. It's a indeterminate growing up there, and there's some big tomatoes there, and big old tomato here. This morning I put in that connector there because this branch was getting real heavy, and I've already had some break, and then it's tied right up here. And I'm using those plastic connectors that you can get just off of Amazon or wherever, and it grabs the string and loops around and hangs on. Cool. Over here we have some serrano peppers. Lots of serranos, you can see. A lot of serranos right in there. Must be 15 of them on this plant. Again, I'm happy. They just kind of been growing themselves. I just water them and they go. Those are the kind of plants I like because I don't have a green thumb. Here's another tomato right through here. Tomatoes growing up there. We had a whole branch of bigger ones that were beautiful. And I came out yesterday and I saw some scattered on the ground. The branch was broken and there were deer teeth marks. Deer had come in there and nibbled on them and pulled them off and took a whole branch off. Frustrates me. Over here's another indeterminate tomato. Little cherry tomatoes. We've been nibbling on those all summer, and it grows way up high above my shade fabric because it gets over 100 degrees. Oh, here's another vine back here from the acorn squash. Comes around and down here, and I've got it held up by those clips and string. And there's a acorn right down here in this little, oops, there you go, in this little red bag. There's an acorn squash being supported so he doesn't pull down too hard. And then over here we have one more acorn squash that's, the vine is snaking through from over there, coming through the stand and snaking through. And so I've got a couple of acorn squashes is all. Certainly not a bumper crop, huh? But I'll take it. Got some jalapenos right in here. Little plant. I think I give it too much water, but I don't know. There's some good jalapenos in there. Yeah, they're growing and they're getting big. Yeah, cool. So that's what's happening. And I have to water this every day, sometimes twice a day. I have good drainage in the bottom of the buckets. You know, I've drilled holes, probably too many. Anyway, because it comes pouring out the bottom, you know, I'll hold it about 20 seconds and soak it good. But the good drainage to keep it from, you know, getting root rot. But it dries out quick because it, you know, I'm up here against the house. This is the east side. You know, by noon it'll be 95, 100 degrees back here, so it's hot. With that shade, that shade fabric cools it down a little bit. And so last night I came out and watered again around 5 o'clock. And so you have to be willing to water a lot if you have a garden like this, depending on your climate. Where I live, we're in a desert, and hot and dry. So I water every day, and sometimes twice. And that's okay, because I like to come out and talk to my plants and just be with them. That's what I garden for, right? So there you go. Thanks for watching.